Bienvenido a Rise of the Podcast. Estoy Kara.
Estoy Jeremy.
Y estoy Brownie.
All right. That's as far as I can go with the knowledge that I have. That is for sure.
So before we were starting in the pre-pause hold screen era, Kyrie y sus amigos was talking to us in Espanol, somebody we've had some interactions with in the past on other videos.
No way.
They admit they don't have the strongest English skills. We don't have the strongest Spanish skills. So why not meet in the middle and do very poorly at both?
Yes.
That reminds me of, I think it's Ron Swanson says, don't ever half but one thing, whole but one, but don't half-ass a lot of things, whole ass one thing.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I'm an influencer. That's what I am.
Sure.
I don't know.
Where's the money, Jeremy? Where's the money?
I don't know if...
Donde está el dinero?
I don't know if Wyatt is here or not, but you can see, so this, I've had a Rubik's Cube lately, and I've been just trying, I used to be able to solve one years ago, and I can solve the bottom face, and then the middle layer, and then I just can't remember how to solve the top layer, so I've been messing around with one. And the simple act of me messing around with one in front of other people has inspired 4 people to get one. It's unbelievable. People just keep getting them, and it's like...
One of Jeremy's coworkers' moms is jealous of me because I have a husband who is nerdy and willing to solve a Rubik's Cube.
Well, and into Star Wars and into other nerdy things like that. And then the same thing was with like Duolingo. Is I started, and then Kara's like, "What are you doing over there?" I'm like, "Nothing. Don't worry about it."
Okay, well, we've since we have the Latin Operation Forces watching us, it's like it could be cool to learn Spanish. So why not do it? So we've been talking about it, and then Jeremy, in his sneaky little way, decides to start learning Spanish without me. So I'm like, what? I can actually snap. There we go.
And then Chris started learning just to like destroy his opponents. He's got it in what, a 20-day streak and 1 or 2 less crowns than me, and I'm twice as long in as he is, and just barely holding the lead. Just barely, a little teeny tiny bit.
We're tied. Jeremy and I, not Jeremy, Chris and I are tied for crowns. But again, I have a 47-day streak.
You know what's even funnier? You're smoking me in experience points.
Dang right I am, because I'm that good.
Oh, you are so funny. You just know how to play.
I'm playing the free version, so I only get stock XP.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and you get so many hearts, lives.
Not on the computer.
On PC, you get infinite lives.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, because on the phone, you get 5. So if you make 5 mistakes, you have to wait for your hearts to come back.
It's 4 hours per heart.
It's ridiculous. It's like...
Or you can watch like a 30-second unskippable ad.
I hate unskippable
I hate ads. Ads are the worst.
Yeah. Sweet Wish, the podcast tonight is brought to you by... Not true.
Jeremy and Kara Manthe and Chris Brown.
So funny. So anyway, so there's been some... Chris, one of these weeks, we'll get to try this. I had 2 different ideas for the podcast tonight. The Stardew Valley board game came out, so I thought maybe we'll just play the board game tonight. We've done it before with All Hallows Eve, and I thought maybe that would be kind of fun. Otherwise, this week I've been saving stuff all week, and so there was videos and some pictures. So what I wanted to do was build you a Dropbox with like screen grabs of everything in just a Dropbox, and then I would talk about the things that I've come across this week, and then you could cut to them, so we could watch like a funny video that I saw and some other things. But I just have to get to the point of I saved them, I've got them all. We're gonna talk about some of them, and then actually give you clips so people can see them too and laugh, and I just don't have to talk at it.
Yeah.
I can actually, we can do show instead of tell. But the big one that came out is, so Minnesota, we're all known for our plows. And so there's, like a couple weeks ago, Texas was hit by a major storm, and they were
major storm with 3 centimeters of snow.
Yeah, right. And they needed all these plows and everything. And it's just funny. It's such a part of our culture up here that they're just like, this
Wait, they actually needed plows for that?
Yeah, they needed to borrow plows and stuff too.
Didn't it melt in like an hour?
Well, no, but...
Oh, okay.
It was cold for a day and a half.
Oh.
Kara, a lot of people lost power. And
a lot of people died.
Yeah, died.
Did they really?
Yes.
Yeah. What?
Because the power went out, and then they didn't have any heat, and they froze to death.
How cold was it?
It was cold enough if you're not.
You can die of exposure at
yeah.
like 50 degrees.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's what I'm saying. You're just the weathered old lighthouse lady that
tomorrow it's gonna be like 48 degrees. I'm like go out shorts and a t-shirt and take Chip for a walk.
Your body's used to it. If
You've spent 30 whatever years, 29 years.
there you go.
Exactly, Chris. 29 years. Don't forget it.
Acclimating to the horrible, horrible environment that we live in.
That's true.
So the funny point about that is that here in Minnesota, it's so commonplace that we have 9 plow trucks this year that were crowdsourced out for naming, and the names are absolutely brilliant. So, Chris, have you heard all 9, I'm assuming?
I didn't even hear that this was a thing.
Oh, yay.
Oh, really?
Yay.
Okay, so one of them is going to be Plowy McPlowface.
Yep.
100... Plow McPlowface. That's responsible for the Twin Cities area. Okay, so that one's pretty fun.
That's awesome.
So up in Bemidji area, we've got Plow Bunyan.
Nice.
Okay. In St. Louis County, we got one of the best ones, in my opinion. We got Duck Duck Orange Truck. This is the official name for the truck that plows Detroit lakes. Whoop, just going to plow right by you. Okay, in central Minnesota, we've got Darth Blader.
Yes, that's amazing.
Yep.
Down in St. Cloud area, we have the truck formerly known as Plow.
There you go.
In the Mankato area, we have F. Salt Fitzgerald.
Yes. These are good.
And last but not least, we have down in southeastern Minnesota.
And our friend actually
recommended this one. Snowy Wan Kenobi.
Yes.
Yup.
And then
they won by a landslide. We're talking about there was over probably close to 1 million votes for all the different names. And the winners would get about 20,000 votes. And then a lot of the runner-ups were getting like 4,000 or 5,000 votes. So these won by a substantial amount of votes. It's that fascinating. So normally it would have been fun.
Snowda. That would have been a good one.
That would have been a good one. Somebody should have recommended that. Who would that come from?
Brad.
So too bad you're not following the Minnesota Department of Transportation. For some reason, Brad, because you could have checked out their social media and made that recommendation.
I like it though.
Those are the official votes. I saw that.
Those are all strong names.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Like, what truck do you got today? Oh, Plowy McPlowface. Or I'm gonna get Duck Duck Orange Truck. I love that one because we're gray duck up here, not goose. So
I always learned it as goose.
Yeah. I was gonna say everybody I work with is goose.
No way.
Every single one. And I'm like, what? I grew up gray duck.
It must just be a small pocket. Maybe it's just specifically a cloquet thing. I don't know, but I just know gray duck.
I grew up playing in the cities.
Yeah, well, Duck Duck
Brag about it. I was in the state team for Duck Duck, whatever the other one.
Yeah, right. Totally Care Bear.
What does everybody else play? It's got to, everybody has played Duck Duck Gray Duck at some point, right? Like, it's not...
Or Duck Duck Goose.
Or Duck Duck Goose.
Elementary school is for the beginning and end of my Duck Duck, whatever it is, career.
Just like that. When was the last time you played a good round of musical chairs, Just a solid round. That seems kind of like fun.
I was 8, maybe.
You know what they should do? They should combine musical chairs with dodgeball. Make a hybrid of those two games. That'd be kind of fun.
We're just like, that would be intense. If you figure out the rules for it, you can try playing a game of it.
Like...
How would that work?
Well, either
Ashley says it's Duck Duck Goose.
No.
Cam says up north it's goose.
No. What's wrong? It's gray duck.
It's gray duck.
Goose.
No, gray duck.
Gray duck.
Gray duck. Not even a question about it. Duck duck. Gray duck.
Apparently, it was started in Sweden, and the spelling of it is.
You're talking to the internet.
Duck Duck Gray Duck. I saw this.
Well, so here's what I like about it, because
this.
when you're going around and you're like, duck, 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 you can goose the person on goose. Duck, duck, goose! It's the pattern, I think, is a lot more pleasing is duck, duck, goose.
Nah, Duck Duck Gray Duck. I actually wore a t-shirt sold by Target. Actually, Lego build just a couple weeks ago. And it said Duck Duck and then it had a gray duck on it. Do you remember me?
Oh, of course. I remember that shirt because there's more than just you. Maybe you grew up.
Target sold it, so it's got to be a huge thing. That's Gray Duck.
There are 2 translations. One translate into Duck Duck Goose, and one translate into Duck Duck Gray Duck. So,
well, fine.
So there.
So we're not talking out of left field, at least when we say Duck Duck Gray Duck. Like it's a thing that exists.
Yeah.
We're not just making it up
I feel
to
like I've
gaslight the world.
Wyatt says Grande is a psycho.
That'd be me. My nickname is Grande.
Oh, okay.
Grande Aronimo. The grand brother. I have no idea. It's what they call me.
Are you a Mason? What is this? Hey, Gabe, how's it going?
Gabe.
So, hi, Gabe.
Okay,
Awesome job streaming.
I'm gonna say, like, when it comes to Minnesota,
All right.
I accept that people in Minnesota say pop, right?
Yep.
I
say
that.
soda.
I say soda.
Yeah.
I just have never liked the way that it sounds. I might have heard Grey Duck growing up, but goose to me sounds better. It sounds
Yeah.
right,
More
so that's why I
pleasing
say
to you.
goose.
Yeah.
So I could be the outlier in that I don't immediately just sort of rely on the vernacular of the area. It's like if I have an option, what sounds better to me? Bubbler is never the right word for a water fountain, though.
No. Never.
Nope, it's a water
Oh, and I
fountain.
set you off earlier. Chris was triggered when I said Reese's.
Okay.
Triggered. Absolutely
Reese's, not
triggered.
Reese's.
It's a possessive noun.
I can't make up what people say across the country. In
Well-
Pennsylvania, they say Reese's.
Well, in Pennsylvania, we should just sink them into the ocean.
Okay, seriously though, I think a lot of older
Who do you hate
people-
more, Iowa or Pennsylvania?
Well, if they say Reese's in Pennsylvania, it might be Pennsylvania.
But what if they say Reese's in Iowa?
Well, then
They
it's
don't.
Iowa.
No, I think
They can't afford
older-
chocolate in Iowa. Are you kidding me? They're all destitute down there.
Older people I have noticed say Reese's. I think my dad says Reese's.
Baloney.
Serious.
I think he's got early onset Alzheimer's.
He's been saying it forever. I'm pretty sure like
It's
He
very
just
early.
right. A certain generation. I think our parents' generation says Reese's. Have you ever heard your mom say it?
My mom's not a big chocolate person, and
You
my
should ask her to
dad.
say it. You should just be like, "How would you say this?"
How would you say Reese's, Mom?
Well, no, I'm saying give her the package. Be like, "How would you say this name?"
She
I
looks at
gotta
it.
go spend $2 on a candy bar to get to the bottom of this.
She looks at it. Garbage.
Oh,
Just toss it
Reese's
into this.
Pieces are
Reese's
to die
Sticks or
for.
Reese's Fast Break
Reese's Fast Breaks are good.
are
too.
delicious. It's one of my favorite candy
if it
bars.
has the word Reese's on it, it's good.
It's true. It's
So
true.
since Wyatt's here, I will tell a work story.
Oh, he
you
probably
very-
he probably just wanted to see if I'd shout him out and then disconnected. I doubt he stuck around.
You talked about, like, you seem surprised about Grande. So there's two things that these stories connect to one another. So we were talking about this was a gesture, a historical tradition that they used to do, and it made sense, and it was kind of cool. So when someone retires, we get them what's called a lithograph. Okay,
Yep.
it is a perfect representation of an F-16 that everyone goes around and signs, right? So we were talking about what's kind of funny about it is, A, they're getting a little out of hand with it. Now, when people just like leave, they're getting crazy.
Wyatt
with it.
says, "Here we go."
When they're getting a little crazy with it. It's just like the really bad comedian that was mocking Oprah. You get a but he goes, "You get a whale, you get a whale, you get a whale, you get a school, you get a school." Really popular comedian about 5-6 years ago, and then completely fell off the face of the earth.
Dane Cook.
I think, but who else was right around his time?
Oh,
Tall
gosh.
and lanky, super skinny.
Tall, skinny guy. I don't know.
I'll continue on. Anyways, he
Yeah.
had a skit where he was making fun of Oprah, where he's like, "You get a whale, and you get a whale, and you get a whale," and it's just like everyone's screaming out in the audience because it's just like so over the top. What she, like, what can we give away that's really funny? So there's so many people get these lithographs that it's like, "You get a litho, you get a litho. Oh, you're taking a week vacation, you get a litho." Like everybody just gets one.
I think it
right?
was Dane Cook.
Was it Dane Cook?
Yeah, it's because Facebook says everyone here gets humpback whales in quotes,
Yeah.
and it says watching Dane Cook videos.
Okay, got it. So
what a shot in the dark guess.
you were right. Yeah.
He did, like, when he said was super popular, he was the biggest comedian
For a while there,
for
and then-
several years. Well, there's that whole controversy where everyone was claiming that he stole their jokes,
Oh man, jeez.
and that effectively like killed his. I follow him on Instagram, maybe. Like he still does comedy club stuff, but he's nowhere near
He's a
the-
comedian on cruise ships and stuff now. You just
how the
know
way
you've hit
fallen.
bottom. But so here's what was funny to me. So we were talking through this, and we were thinking, when you get a litho and you retire, it's signed then and there. How many people are actually left at your workplace when you retire? Probably next to none. There's going to be a couple people that are going to continue on after you've known for a while. But everybody you've known for the majority of your career, they've probably retired and moved on. So if they really wanted these gifts that they give to be awesome, they need to start one when you start and have your coworkers at that time start signing them. So that way when you like are at home, I was just thinking how funny it would be. It'd be like, Gary, don't know him. Who the heck is Dane Cook? Like, like they sign them on the way out. Like, it's just all new people at that point.
Yeah.
And so when I said grande, way back, Andy hasn't worked full time for 6-7 years at the airbase. He was the one who coined Burrito Man. And
how I got my gamer tag, Burrito, Lady Burrito.
And then with new people coming and going and different coworkers, Big Jer became a thing, and then Dave rounded it off to Grande, and then instead of saying Big Jer, they say Grande Geronimo. So because I have these new coworkers coming in, that's like the evolution of my nickname has changed, and that's why so they all know me as Grande Geronimo now. So I am not part of the Illuminati or some secret Mason society, or really I'm in charge of Area 51.
Of course you are. That's
Grande. Go. You join the military and they're like, do you seek the answers to the aliens? Yes, I do. You must speak to Grande. Go off and speak.
And you're just sitting alone on top of a hill all day, and then people have to journey up this treacherous path answering riddles.
Jeremy's sitting there in white robes, legs crossed, meditating.
No wonder he's always so relaxed when he gets home from work.
I would love that. So that was that. All right. So the next cool things, we've talked about the snowplows. The next cool thing I came across this week, and this is just random. This is how you guys know I have my pulse on the internet. Is
your pulse on the internet?
Just the
we didn't make that a shirt. Jeremy, my pulse is on the internet.
So people would buy it. The next thing it was Ring doorbell. Okay, we have one. A lot of people have Ring doorbells.
Flex much?
That was originally on Shark Tank, and the idea was turned down, only to be picked up at this guy was looking at his house when he was waiting to check in at his hotel, and Richard Branson, I believe he owns T-Mobile. Virgin Mobile. Saw it, and he's like, hey man, what's that? That's cool, and just gave him a ton of money to get it off the ground. And then, of course, until it was bought and picked up by Amazon. But
why would Shark Tank not think that was a good idea?
It might have just been a crappy pitch.
Yeah, they just didn't see the value.
I could have an immaculately delicious grilled cheese sandwich, and if I'm bad at selling that grilled cheese sandwich, nobody's going to want to buy into it.
I can tell you about a grilled cheese no one's going to want to buy. Remember the one I had last year? Just a picture of it was just.
Wait, which one?
On deployment.
Oh.
Yes, okay.
It was the butter was a little dollop in the center, and then it was soggy, and then there was nothing else, but then the rest of the bread was just overcooked and curled, and there was a little piece of sliced cheese put on it, and that's what they tried to serve for breakfast.
Where did you get that?
I can't disclose that location. Oh. It's a little bit
Area
ridiculous.
51. Aliens
51.
that don't understand how to use frying pans yet.
Oh, man.
It was last year, though?
It was last year.
It was 5 years ago.
It was a year ago. And then,
okay.
And then I saw a funny one, but we can't really talk about this. It was all the famous meme people and where they are now, and there's a picture, and it's absolutely incredible because some of these memes I forgot about. So you got the yes kid, with he ate the sand in his mouth. You've got, of course, Bad Luck Brian. You've got the girl who's sitting there looking menacingly as the house is burning in the background.
Oh, the one underneath her that
She's got the teeth and the.
This girl. Yeah.
Yep. And then, of course, you've got overly attached girlfriend.
Okay, so I read an article about her.
Her story's pretty interesting.
It is. It's actually very interesting. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I cut you off, so I can't do that.
Well, wasn't she trying to be a popular YouTuber or whatever?
She was an absolutely popular YouTuber.
She was trying to, and then it wasn't working, and so she was whatever, and so she did that.
Before that, yes. Then she became super famous.
Yeah, after that, she became super famous.
But then it became too much.
Yeah, and then she was
because people thought it was real, not a act.
Yeah, so she did the overattached girlfriend thing, and people loved it, and she became huge, and she actually went on a bunch of different shows with people, and then she was like, this is way too much, and so she backed off. BuzzFeed, I think, did an interview with her, and I read that. Anyway, it's kind of cool.
They've got their pulse on the internet.
Yeah, right. You got the crying girl. You've got the scumbag Brian or whatever. The guy who's wearing the Gucci hat backwards, standing in the doorway.
Yeah.
Super famous. You've got the guy wearing the plaid shirt who's just looking like. I needed to send this to you. This guy.
That's Carrie Ewells or whatever. Yeah, him.
Yeah, he was
That's
in
who that
Princess
is.
Bride.
That's not him.
I swear that's him. It
me
looks
see the
like
picture.
him.
It's not him because there's the guy on the right. It looks just like him.
The second down on the left-hand side is Carrie Elwes.
Yeah,
But it's not him.
It absolutely is.
that's
We
him.
got it on your side, Jeremy.
On my side.
And back it up a little bit. A little bit more towards the middle now.
Kara, hide your face. There you go. Because there he is right now. It's just a lookalike.
That's absolutely Carrie Elwes.
That is not Kara.
No,
It
on the
is.
left.
But it's the before and after. Kara, you research it while
Oh
we
wait, Drew Scanlon?
Yes.
He
it
looks
shows-
exactly like
I
him.
know
Right?
it does, but it's
It
not.
does. It's Drew Scanlon.
The meme where it's the guy's like,
Yes. It's
I
not
thought,
him.
I thought that it was a clip from a Carrie Elwes thing.
I thought it was too.
No, it's
I
just.
guess I just
it's
looked
a
it up,
stock-
and it's Drew Scanlon.
It's from like a stock website or whatever. It just like people use it as stock footage. It just looked just like him.
That's
it became
insane.
a meme.
As
or
he
whatever.
looks when you like, it's a different guy. Drew Scanlon, but like there's a picture of him looking towards his face is a lot fuller,
Oh,
straight
okay.
on than Carrie Elwes. Is that
So
his-
the 3/4, yeah, Elwes.
yeah, I thought it was him forever.
Okay,
Today I
speaking
learned.
of things that Jeremy hates, Psych.
Yeah,
Carrie
the TV show?
Elwes has a couple of guest spots on there that are hilarious. He plays a character called Despero, and he's a renowned thief, and he is sort of like
Yes, I forgot about that.
he's like a frenemy to Sean and Gus.
yeah, I
And
forgot about
Yeah,
him.
there's such good stories. Oh,
Yes,
You gotta watch
Jeremy,
Psych.
You have to
it's so good.
just suck it up and watch it with me, please, please.
It's totally worth it.
Well, at some point, how can you watch Psych when there's WandaVision?
WandaVision's
One of
over.
them is done. So don't spoil the last episode for me. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, Kara.
Super good.
Don't spoil it. We have Amphibia coming out.
An episode a week.
No time for Psych. Sorry.
No, tons of time for Psych.
Plenty of time for Psych.
No time.
Raise your hand if you think Jeremy should watch Psych. 2-1.
Oh,
Suck it.
sorry.
Listen, with the
outvoted.
internet, Brad's got my back.
No,
and
Brad's
Gabe.
got
Brad,
my back.
you know
Right,
that
Brad?
Psych's
Come on,
totally-
Brad. Jeremy should watch Psych.
You know what's
No
cool
way.
about they had this ongoing thing where they would hide pineapples in different
Yep.
scenes. And if you counted the correct number of pineapples and stuff, you can get like shout outs and stuff on the show.
I like
What?
Yeah.
They're still like pretty active, like the Psych Facebook page and stuff like that too. They're super cool. I love that
They
show.
keep on saying that there's going to be like a movie or something or
Yeah, I
another, like
keep-
a mini series coming out.
I would love
It's so
that.
freaking good. His dad, Corbin Bernsen, is hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, he's so great. Jeremy, you have to watch it. How much did you actually watch?
A couple episodes.
That's not nearly enough. So like it's like a lot of things where like the first season's a little bit rough. They're still
Yeah.
sort of figuring stuff out.
Can we just jump to season 2?
No. You have to
What
watch
do you
it.
mean? No.
There's
builds.
a lot of foundational stuff
Yeah.
in that season.
Like you don't have to watch to understand, but it is found. Like it
Does it
builds
air on
it.
any streaming service we own?
Yeah.
The only thing we don't have really is Hulu.
I guarantee. Oh, let me look now.
You tell me where you can see it.
It's such a good show. I'm gonna go behind. If it's only on Hulu, I'm gonna go behind Jerry's
You
back.
are so funny.
Mother. Oh, it's on Apple TV.
Boom.
We have Apple TV. For a couple more months. That's still the funniest thing to me. Will you calm down over there? When are we going to watch it?
We're gonna watch it every night.
No.
Yep.
You watch 2 episodes in the morning, 2 episodes at night. You'll be done with the whole season in 4 or 5 days.
No way. That's too much binge watching of one show.
They're
It's so good. So good.
I'll watch one a week.
I watched the
What a week,
entirety
you'll
of
never get it
Amphibia.
done.
Right. Watched the entirety of Amphibia in 2 days.
Yeah, that's Amphibia. They're 20-minute episodes.
So there's a lot of them.
I bet you Psych's probably a 40-minuter, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Half hour,
Needs
40.
commitment.
So here's the thing, it's hilarious. It
It's so
flies by.
It does,
So
it really does.
here's the premise, right? He works with the Santa Monica Police Department
Yes.
as a hired
Consultant.
psychic.
Yeah.
Hold on. I think I've seen this. It's called Monk.
No.
No, Monk's not psychic.
No, so here's what's
Not-
funny.
not
They were both
psychic.
on USA. They would reference each other.
Really?
Yeah. There's
I
there's a faux crossover episode where they reference this guy down in San Francisco that's totally obsessed with everything being clean and they're like, what a weirdo.
I think I remember that. It's been so long since I've watched Psych. But so good.
I haven't watched it since it originally aired. It's just there's just things that just like stick with me. So it's him. So his friend Gus works at a pharmaceutical company.
I love Gus.
And he has a car. I think it's called the Blueberry. It's like a little blue smart car thing or whatever. And then Sean pretends to be a psychic.
Yeah, but he's got really good perception.
Yeah, really good perception.
Because his dad was a cop, so like his dad is always like drilling him like all the things that you need, like how to be observant and like make these conclusions and stuff as a cop. But because he's such a goofball and irresponsible, like, he can't actually be a cop, but he can be a higher up.
This sounds
insane.
just like Monk.
No, because Monk was actually a detective, and he developed OCD after his wife was murdered.
Right.
And he has to have everything like.
Sean is just goofy.
So I would say that like. Yeah, so Psych is like a goofy, funny show. Monk is like a dry, funny show.
Yeah.
It's funny because he just gets into awkward situations and it's like sort of slow paced. Like he's just like trapped in like a corner of like filth or something. And it's just like this like funny, weird, dry, slow tension humor.
Yeah.
Where it's like, this is just like, it's hilarious.
It is.
What's the comment say?
Dolphin says, funny monkey, haha.
Tell me not to watch Psych, and you can stay.
No, tell him he should watch Psych, and you can stay.
You guys are so funny. Anyways.
Have I ever recommended a show that you didn't like, Jeremy?
He hasn't watched Once Upon a Time yet.
You guys have recommended Psych multiple times to me. Mm-hmm. It's just, it's the paradox of there's so much to watch. It's absolutely
Jeremy,
crazy.
how many times have you been like, Kara, what should we watch tonight? I don't know what to watch. And so we just go and watch Grand Tour.
Yeah. Can't go wrong with Grand Tour.
Well, Grand Tour only does like an episode every 6 years, so.
Right.
Seriously. We're almost done, Jeremy. Are you on Reddit?
Yeah, I'm going back through what I see.
We've watched the heck out of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
yeah.
that show is fantastic. Actually, I've got a snow oppa here. I'll just show. We need to figure this out, Chris. I can actually just...
Okay, stop right there.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Look at that beautiful snow oppa. Yeah, that's so awesome.
Cam says watch Psych.
Boom, Cam. You know what's up. You know what's up.
I heard that, Jeremy.
Yeah.
No, that was electrical.
I doubt it.
It was. I have gotten yelled at too many times for my flatulence to know.
Okay, do we need to talk about the one from a couple weeks ago
Which
that
one?
hurt?
Well,
Yeah.
sometimes it happens.
Let's just move past this. We're a more classy show than
Oh,
that.
are we more classy? Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got electrocuted, and Chris is making it look like I didn't. Wow, I think I had.
You're so used to being electrocuted, though.
I thought I had more than that, but we'll finish with a dad joke before we move on. And one of the things was, why do they call seagulls seagulls? Because if they called them bagels, they'd be bagels.
If they were from the Bay, they'd be bagels.
See, that's hilarious.
James, I appreciate your comment, but I'm not going to read it.
Wait,
he
did
said
he say
pass
no?
Skype.
What?
Psych.
Did he say not to watch it?
No,
Oh.
he passed judgment on it.
Yay. Did he say boo?
No.
Oh. Then why wouldn't you read it?
White Collar is good.
White Collar's excellent.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
If you
Have watched it.
like White Collar, I guarantee you would like Psych.
White Collar has the straight-laced monk detective paired up with Neil, the rule-breaking
Gus is as
savant.
straight as it goes. Like, so,
It is. Gus is very much like, Sean, we can't be doing this, Sean.
like it's good.
It's so good.
Brad says the only show I ever recommend is Bob's Burgers.
I have never
I
watched
have
Bob's
never watched.
Burgers.
My
So-
best friend loves it, but I've never seen it.
Here's what happens to me with like new animated shows. I watch the first couple episodes and I'm like, meh, or whatever, because like they're just coming out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I'm not going to commit to this. And then I'll let it go for a couple seasons. All of a sudden, everyone's like, this is the greatest show ever. It's like Bob's Burgers, and I have gone back to Bob's Burgers, and it is very, very good.
Okay.
We'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know that like it might just be you might just be playing it up because it's fun to be oppositional or whatever. It's like I genuinely think that you would absolutely love.
I do too. You just have to get past the first few episodes.
Then let me jump to the second season.
No.
A lot of people recommending Parks. They jump right to season 2.
But you watched season 1.
Barely. That
Also,
show is
I'm
over.
not saying this isn't one of those things where it's like unwatchable.
How many seasons are there? Where are we
7
talking?
or 8, maybe.
7 or 8? I can maybe choke down 5.
Oh please.
What do you mean, oh please?
You don't be this way. I'm gonna see how many.
Now it's
seasons
Psych
there are.
Wars here. May I have
on.
some of your water?
No.
I'm very parched.
Good.
I will watch Psych if I can have some of your water.
All right. That is how you do it.
There are eight seasons, 120 episodes.
And they're
So that's
all
not even, so here's the
excellent.
most television shows hit 100 episodes in season 5, so they're not even super long seasons.
No, they're so good. But now you drank my
90% on Rotten Tomatoes, 8.9 out of 10 on TV.com, 8.4 out of 10 on IMDb.
We'll watch Psych. At most, we'll do an episode a night. That is what I will cave to.
Watch, he's gonna get hooked,
that's
and he's gonna be like, "Oh, Kara, we need to watch another one."
it is fan-freaking-tastic.
Amen.
I mean, I've probably seen...
I'll watch it with you. We'll just get on the phone and talk to each other about what's happening.
You guys are so funny. It's no Mando.
No, it's not Mando, but it's two different shows. You can't compare an action show like Mando with a comedy like Psych.
My sister and I would get together every week to watch Psych.
Really?
I would DVR it, and then she would come over, and we'd watch Psych, Monk, and...
Burn Notice.
Excellent
Burn
show.
Notice, I think, was done by the time.
I love Burn Notice.
Burn Notice, White Collar Leverage.
Leverage is fantastic. I love that show.
Jeremy thinks I'm Fee. Kind of.
I have not seen Leverage.
Good show. Good show.
Leverage is really, really good. That's got... Is it Timothy Dalton? No, not Timothy Dalton. That's my guy who looks like my dad.
Oh, so I'm reading on the wiki. There's a hope to make 5 more Psych movies.
Yeah.
On February 14th, 2019, it was announced that Psych the Movie 2 was greenlit.
My mom might own Psych on DVD.
I do.
You have it on DVD?
Not all the seasons, but I've got a few seasons of it on DVD. I think it's at my parents' house.
Adios, mios. You guys and your stuff.
Whatever. You've got Big Bang Theory on DVD.
Yeah, that's good.
It is good.
How I Met Your Mother, Big Bang Theory. We've talked about all these shows and how good they are.
Oh, I missed some chat. I'm sorry.
All right, get us caught up, Chris. Chat time.
Dolphin suggests... Oh, so Jared says... Oh, my God. I got to go back. So Jared says Burn Notice.
Oh, you
Excellent
see? Burn Notice is incredible.
We've already all watched Burn Notice. Though.
Yes,
I've watched
yeah.
it 3 times already.
It's so good.
I want to go back and watch Burn Notice, Leverage, and White Collar.
But
we gotta
only
get through
after
Psych.
Only after Psych.
We got to get through Psych.
Yeah.
All right, what's next, Chris?
Dolphin suggests The Midnight Gospel. I haven't heard of
Never
The
heard
Midnight
of that.
Gospel.
That I'll look into. Tell us more about it.
James says, what do you call an unimportant pachyderm? An irrelevant. Irrelevant.
Oh,
my
my
goodness.
goodness.
Why
don't you ever
Jared
see...
says Prison Break, which you've seen.
Yeah, I have.
I've not seen Prison Break.
It really shark jumps in season 5.
I was going to say, Prison Break Season 1, insanely good. Season 2, really, really good. Season 3 and 4 is when it starts to go downhill. The plot's done. They get out... Prison Break. Hello? They get out of prison. Season 2, they're back in prison. They get out. Season 3.
Season 1's breaking in. Season 2's breaking out.
Yes, technically, yeah. Oh, man.
Spoilers.
It's just...
Royal Pains. Royal Pains is good. Underrated.
Royal Pains, I've seen some of. It's probably my same situation with Psych.
I would say that Royal Pains is very close to me in tone to White Collar.
All I want to know is what happened to USA. Because all of these shows, a majority of them were on USA.
All of them were on USA.
What are they making nowadays?
Garbage.
That was the staple of the good years that I had in my life.
What was Life on? With a redheaded guy?
Life was one of the main 3. I think it was Peacock, the Peacock with NBC.
Oh. That was a good show.
It was either NBC or CBS. That was one of the main 3.
Okay, so original current programming. Queen of the South, The Sinner, Dirty John.
Ooh, I'm watching The Sinner. That's actually really good. It's on Netflix.
Is that the one with the girl who was in...
There's each season is a different story.
Oh, okay.
And different people.
But one of the seasons
But
has Neil
Jessica
from White
Biel-
Collar.
Yeah. Jessica Biel is in season 1. She's the main character. And then season 3 is Neil from White Collar.
All right, so USA doesn't really have a lot to offer. So they have 3
The Sinner's
dramas.
really good.
They have a bunch of reality shows that I'm not going to bother reading.
Yeah.
They have 6 different WWE programs.
Oh, my goodness.
And then they just in syndication, they have Law and Order, NCIS, Chicago PD, whatever.
I've been interested in maybe going and watching like Law and Order and NCIS.
Law and Order is
like
good,
that.
but there's just trillions of that's something that you just will never watch beginning to end.
Right.
You can watch any episode at any time, and
So there's
not
no
have to,
No.
Okay, so it's like Longmire.
because of the volume of it. You don't need to bother with the interweaved stories.
Okay.
That show. Dun, 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 dun.
I never watched any of those growing up.
They're good. It's just they're just
To
so
me, a lot of the story is very similar. So one episode, something will happen.
I was completely wrong. Psych and Burn Notice ran at the exact same time.
Well, there you go.
Psych was 06 to 14. Burn Notice was 2007 to 13.
Dang, that is very similar time runs. See,
Royal Pains was 09 to 16. White Collar was 09 to 14.
As much as I even hate to admit it, the first 3 seasons were really good, and then they added Jesse, and I hated adding a fourth to the 3.
Yeah.
Then I really liked Jesse, but then it seemed like again, Burn Notice.
Yeah.
The last 2 to 3 seasons, it's like we've already done this so many times. He's a burnt out spy, burned spy, can't be a spy anymore. He's trying to get his job. Like they got past that in season 4 with the whole or even season 2, Carla, and he's like, you won't have our protection anymore.
But I would say through season 4, it was because season 4 is when he gets unburned by burning Jesse.
Yes.
So and then 5, 6, and I think there's 7 seasons.
Yeah, I think so.
So then season 5 is interesting because he's trying to convince Jesse that he's not a piece of crap or whatever, and Jesse's basically playing the Michael character now.
Yep.
And then they end up joining up, and then the last 2 seasons I would say are a little bit too much.
Yeah, it's
just because Michael's not burned anymore. Jesse's on his team now. There's really nobody he's just got to go and get revenge on the last few vestiges of the network that burned him.
Gravity
Sorry,
Falls.
massive spoilers for anybody who hasn't watched Burn Notice.
I mean, I think it's been enough time.
Gravity Falls, 2 seasons and done. WandaVision, hello, series finale, 1 season. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, so the WandaVision's kind of parked in a weird corner where they have to fit inside of this way bigger
this
story.
Massive narrative.
So they can't really, if you run too long, you have a really big chance of upsetting the balance of other things.
Yeah.
That being said, the unique way that the story is being presented sort of lends itself to being a one and done.
Well, that's why I want to know where Mando's going to go from here.
I think we're gonna have a 10-year jump forward.
You think that much?
Something like that. Something where Grogu will have a little bit of development. He can't be with
Do you think it'll be
or Luke anymore.
Well, how much time is between Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens?
That's 30 years.
30 years. Okay, so it wouldn't have been. I was gonna say it'd be cool, kind of cool to see post Kylo going insane on Luke's Jedi Order
Academy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
But that'd be a long jump.
Yeah.
Grogu would still be pretty.
Hey, Chance, how's it going?
No way. Hi, Chance.
So we're just talking about great television programming.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
And how we're trying to talk Jeremy into watching Psych.
Oh, so speaking of which, Lifty's episode 3 is out now.
It is out, isn't it?
You got to do the shameless plug.
Absolutely. So I could watch Psych or I could watch Lifties.
You can watch Lifties and then watch
episode.
Psych.
Yeah, seriously.
So I'm going to take Chris's advice. I'll watch Lifties and then Psych.
Lord.
Kara's like, Psych.
We're not trying to bully you into it. It's just it's
I am.
a legitimately good show.
I'm just kidding.
It's so funny.
I wouldn't be fighting so hard on this side of it if I didn't think that it was worth it.
Yeah.
The passion is what this podcast needs. I've had fun sitting here listening to you guys talk about something that you're passionate about.
It's so good. So good. Muy excelente.
Hey, Chance says you won't be disappointed.
With what? Psych?
Or Lifty's episode 3.
I was like,
No,
not
he
you
meant
too,
Psych.
Chance.
He meant Psych, right, Chance? He meant Psych.
You're so funny.
He could mean both. He could mean both.
He could mean both. He could mean both. Any other comments? Or are we gonna?
I think Jarrett suggested True Detective. That's another. It's a show. I watched the first 3 or 4 episodes. It was good. I just didn't. Yeah, Chance says both.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
I just I would have kept watching it. Just sort of fell off of my plate as I was balancing other stuff. But True Detective is good.
I'm watching The Crown right now. It's actually pretty good.
Adam Savage built a replica crown from The Crown.
Really?
In an episode, and then at the end he showed off. Somebody had sent him the King George outfit, or he commissioned it with the full King George outfit from Hamilton.
Really?
So he's does this photo shoot at the end, and it looks amazing.
So the coronation crown he remade?
Yeah.
Dang.
And it's you see the pile of stuff. He built it all with stuff you can buy on Amazon for $50.
Really?
And he puts it together, and the thing looks like garbage for 99% of the thing.
And then
then he does the
end.
final polish and get everything on there, and it looks freaking amazing.
That's
really
awesome.
cool.
I've really enjoyed The Crown because historical fiction. No, it's not fiction. It's actually Queen Elizabeth's the history and stuff, but I think they've dramatized some of it.
Yeah, so you can call it historical fiction.
Yeah.
Barney Miller. Unfamiliar.
Hi.
No, James says Barney Miller.
Oh, James
I'm assuming
Barney
it's a
Miller.
television show of some type. I'm gonna feel real goofy if I search this as like one of the most popular television shows ever. Barney Miller.
Right.
I've never heard of it.
I haven't either.
So I always, my definition of celebrity status, right? If-
Barney Miller ran from 1975 to 1982.
What? James, what are you
8
doing?
seasons, 170 episodes. Dang, I'm out of touch apparently.
It's the most popular show ever.
It's an American sitcom set in New York City Police Department in the Greenwich Village. It was broadcast on ABC. Yeah, it had a spin-off.
Interesting.
Yeah, holy dang.
Older shows are fun. I like the Mary Tyler Moore Show and the Dick Van Dyke Show and stuff like that.
Those are
always
old
fun.
shows. Those are on your mind because of WandaVision.
No, because I grew up with those shows.
Oh, Kara's like, hey, we should go watch the Brady Bunch.
I enjoy the Brady. I grew up with the Brady Bunch. Did you not watch it growing
I
up?
watched the Brady Bunch.
I didn't.
Really?
That was 20 years before my time.
Okay, so I grew up watching old movies and old TV shows. That's what my parents would let us watch. I mean, we watched like one Saturday morning the Disney movies and stuff like that. But there are a lot of movies Jeremy is shocked that I have not seen.
I know.
Like-
What was the show? It's like, what would you do with the same attitude? That song, it's the theme song to that show. It's got a kid wearing a black leather jacket.
Never watched it.
The Wonder Years.
Never
haven't seen
watched
it.
that.
What?
That sounds like a cable show.
It sounds like a cable show. It wasn't a cable show.
I know what you're talking about. I never watched it. I never
Brad
watched
says the Cosby Show is more fun to watch now.
I bet you, through hindsight. I bet you.
I never watched Fresh Prince. I never watched Full House. I never watched.
Wonder Years was in 1988 and ran for 6 seasons, so I was 1 to 7 years old.
That's my jam. 6-year-old me. Oh, I gotta watch the last season of the Wonder Years. No,
Fred
it was just 'cause
Savage.
it was on. It's yeah. Who was the main character?
I don't know, Fred Savage.
Fred Savage. Yeah.
I don't know.
So
It's the
this
kid
must
from
be
The
like a
Sandlot?
Nick at Night thing or something.
Oh, okay.
Which is cable.
The main
I
kid.
think so.
All right. I know
I'm
who
talking
you're
on my
about.
butt.
I didn't hear what you were saying.
What is
Sav-
Fred Savage playing? I said The Sandlot, but I might be totally wrong.
Well, no, he was the kid in
Princess Bride.
Princess Bride.
That's the one. Fred Savage is the little
the
boy
little
getting the
boy.
red story red
And
time.
Ben Savage is Corey Matthews in Boy Meets World. That's his
No
brother.
way.
That's his brother, yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Princess Bride's a good show though.
Princess
Good
Bride's
movie.
amazing. I want to watch for some reason Robin Hood Men in Tights again.
I've never seen Robin Hood.
Oh,
Men
we
in
need to
Tights.
watch
It's
that.
good.
It's
Carrie
so
Elwes is in
Elwes,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's
that's why I
Robin
want to
Hood,
watch
yeah.
it. I love
Well,
it.
he's in Princess Bride. Too.
Yeah.
Is Carrie what's his name?
Carrie
Elwes.
Elwes?
Elwes. Elwes.
Elwes. Is he? He's not the other dad in Liar Liar, is he? That tries to hang out with his son.
You know what? Might be.
Like, hey, sport, and he's trying to be all nice to him. I know he plays like a weird, awkward dad in a movie.
I don't know.
I would laugh if it is, if he's in Liar Liar. You should look up and see who that is, regardless.
He's in a lot. I know that.
He's been in like everything.
Oh yeah, seriously, he has.
How do I get the Wikipedia?
Oh, you're going to Wikipedia. He's
Sorry,
known
this isn't
for
more
Saw, Robin Hood, Men in Tights, Princess Bride.
Yeah, Carrie Elwes is Jerry.
I knew it. Yeah,
Look at that handsome fella. Oh, he's so awesome.
Oh, he's in Stranger Things. He's the mayor.
Yes, he is, isn't he?
Yep.
I haven't seen Stranger. I gave up after episode 6.
Oh, he's Guy Fawkes in The Adventures of Puss in Boots.
What?
Yep.
That must be the TV show, not the movie.
Workaholics.
Look at you people.
He's in Twister,
What?
Family Guy.
Family Guy, I believe.
Quest for Camelot.
Will you guys calm down?
You've seen Quest for Camelot, right?
No, of course I have. He didn't make this the Carrie Elwes podcast.
Carrie Elwes is awesome, dude.
Is he playing Psych?
Yeah.
Wait, he does?
Yeah, he's Despero.
Wait,
Yeah.
who's Despero?
The
He's,
gentleman thief that is at odds with Gus and Sean.
Oh, got it.
do you see what I had to put up with, Chris?
Is he so good he's in Psych? Yes, that's what we were talking about earlier.
He's in The Citizen.
All right. You've done
He's in
enough
Leverage.
research.
He's in one episode of Leverage.
I believe it, but I also remember him as the dad from from Liar Liar, which is really funny. Because he's trying to be nice to the kid, and of course you're dealing with the jerk Jim Carrey is in the beginning of that movie. Liar Liar is fantastic. That is such a good movie.
I was going to say, what? He's in Pirates of the Caribbean at the World's End? The video game. Black Bart voice.
So he's the voice of Gremlin Gus in Epic Mickey 2, The Power of Two.
He was in the X-Files for 6 episodes.
Well, if he's so good, has he been on Rise of the Podcast? No. He basically dominated this episode. He could almost be credited as in here.
Pierre Despereaux.
Should we just
he
say...
did a voice in Pinky and the Brain.
Should we just say, like, oh, we had Carrie Elwes on tonight because we talked about him so much?
No. Yes.
What? Okay, do you guys remember the Jungle Book, live-action Jungle Book that came out in 94?
No.
Really? I loved that movie. Anyway, he played in that. I forgot about that.
I thought he played in, like, Jungle to Jungle or something.
No.
Anyways, all right. No more.
Brad says Golden Years, and then later corrects himself, sorry, I meant Wonder Years. And then he says maybe Golden Girls and Wonder Years do a crossover. Now, Golden Girls is a good show.
Okay, I've never seen it. My sister-in-law loves it.
Thank you for being a friend.
Have you watched it all?
Oh, yeah.
Who are
the Golden Girls?
It's hilarious.
Which
It's
of the
so
Golden
good.
Girls are you?
What?
Which of the Golden Girls would you be?
Oh, gosh. Betty White.
Oh,
Just
man.
as she's awesome. It's one of those shows you just put on and leave in the background. You don't need to pay attention to it. It's just fun.
Like Friends?
Exactly.
I've never seen Friends. At all.
Jared suggests watching Spaceballs. You have not seen Spaceballs?
I made her watch it.
Okay.
She just doesn't remember.
If I've watched it, I blocked it from my memory.
It's good. We need to comb the
Brad says
desert.
Blanche.
We need to comb the desert. Spaceball has funny. My Sear Schwartz is as big as mine. It's
Lone
a giant.
Star.
It's
Only he would give us the raspberry.
See,
He's got
The
the giant.
hot one.
who said the hot one?
Brad.
That Chris is the hot one.
I think he's speaking for himself. I'm not sure if he's speaking for him or for me.
Since I've never seen it, so I need to watch it. Then I'll let you know who I am.
I remember Mike D was binging it and he learned how to play it on his accordion.
The Golden Girls?
The Golden Girls theme song. Thank you for being a friend.
Got it.
And then he played it so much that we were playing Minecraft at the time, and I rigged up a music block thing to his door, so every time he opened his door,
You play the Golden
it'd
Girls?
play the Golden Girls
Oh,
theme
that's
song.
an
my
awesome story.
gosh.
That's awesome.
amazing.
Yeah, so he'd open it. Bum, ba, da, 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 da.
Oh, that's why I love Minecraft.
Minecraft is insane. Like, there's so much you can do with redstone.
One of my friends is now a tradition, and he plays with his son on the weekends. Like they play Minecraft together. That's the thing that they
fun.
do. They play on creative, and he his favorite thing is the animals. He loves the Minecraft animals. So they play on creative because he's less than 8, more than 4, so somewhere in there, maybe 6 or 7. I said you got to make pixel art of the animals out of sheep's wool. Yep, out of the wool because you can dye the wool. He didn't know you could dye the sheep.
Had they come out with the glow squid yet?
Not yet.
Brad is just doing the whole Golden Girls theme song. If you were to have a party, invited everyone you know, you would see the biggest gift would be from me.
What is going on with this show? You guys are on a TV.
Golden Girls,
Golden Girls is awesome.
is huge.
No, but is it enough to it invokes enough emotion into Brad. He needs to type out the theme song in the chat. Brad, give me a Golden Girls tattoo, and then I'll believe that you love that show. Jeez,
It's just wholesome
Golden
goodness,
Girls.
dude.
See, sometimes you do just need a wholesome show to watch.
Apparently, I could watch Psych.
It's a good show.
And pretty legitimately wholesome.
It's true.
Do you like Scooby-Doo?
I do.
Where are you?
Yes. Not every episode.
Yeah, well, obviously, but it's like there's a sort of Scooby-Doo-y kind of vibe to it to me.
Got
To
it.
Psych.
Yeah, I was like, I can't place anything directly to parallel them, but like, just it's got kind of Scooby-Doo energy.
Yeah.
Some of the bad guys get caught, and they're like, I would have got away with it if it wasn't for that perceptive psychic.
I mean, it's... Yeah, if Sean hadn't seen some of the stuff that he, been that perceptive, people would have gotten away with things.
Yep. Oh, okay. Ghostbusters 2.
Okay.
Do you remember the guy, the jerk that's the mayor's assistant? Like the big guy that's like, the mayor's not going to talk to you now or whatever.
Yes.
He plays the medical examiner, and he is such a
that's
goon.
him?
Yeah. And he's such a goon. Like,
I love him.
Nobody talks to him except for Gus and Sean. So
Yep.
he's always like starved for attention.
No, that's my dream.
He's just weird. He's just kind of like,
He wears like a Hawaiian shirt in the morgue.
Yep.
I told you about that, Chris, just the other day. I call up and somebody was like, hey, what's wrong? Are you doing okay at work? And I was like, people keep talking to me and I just don't want people to talk to me. And they're like, haha, you're so funny. And I just look and I think, do I just speak a different language here? I just want people to leave me alone. That's all I ever ask. If I could just like put on a radio and like listen to an audiobook or a podcast, Frankie is expecting me to get through the new Star Wars, The Old Republic book. And I've still got like 5 hours left because everyone keeps talking to me all day at work.
I wish I had the option to listen to an audio book at work. I'm sorry, I'm going to clean your teeth. Now we'll listen to my audio book.
Would that be nice?
It would be nice.
If you did not
but
have to put on the front of being
I have
nice.
to sit and yell at people for not flossing their teeth, stabbing the gums, let them bleed, and be like, you don't floss enough, honey.
See?
I unfortunately need to be able to see and hear things like to
Yeah,
do
your
my
job is well, you couldn't put a radio
Yeah.
on in the background, or would it mess with your artistic?
I need to be able to hear like what people are
Yeah,
saying and everything.
yeah.
So
You don't have that option.
if I'm like digging around for assets or something or doing like whatever like that, so way back a million years ago before you had YouTube Premium, I bought Google Play Premium,
Yep.
which came with free YouTube Premium, because I was doing a lot of like data management stuff or whatever at the time, and so I could listen to music doing that.
Got it.
And I just hated listening to the ads on the thing. YouTube Music's interface is so crappy compared to Google Play's interface.
What? Google is
Digging in my assets. Exactly, Brad.
Google is such an interesting company because it's like they've come out with products that I absolutely love, and then they do things like Stadia or get rid of Google Play. They come out with stuff that like is working and good, and they're like, nope, sorry.
You know what I hate? So Google Pay was free, instant, super easy to use, didn't need to sign up for anything. They got rid of it and replaced it with GPay.
Yeah, so what's the deal there? Do you have to?
So it's free to send money back and forth, but if you want to move it from your GPay account into your bank account, there's a 3.5% fee.
No.
So, and it takes like so many business days and stuff instead of like, because Google Pay was instantly, it was in your account, it just got moved.
No way. When did that happen? Like recently?
Like literally when they're like, oh, you need to open this up in this new app or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Because it switched from Google Pay to GPay. It's a completely different
When was the
thing.
last time you
Apparently,
used it?
probably when we did the Pizza Hut order a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. That's annoying. That's super annoying.
Yeah, it's like, why take something that's better and make it objectively worse with a different name?
But they do that all the time. That's their MO. They Google Photos. Save your photos here on your phone forever. And I loved it. I'd open up Google Photos. All my camera roll would sync with the drive. It would say, these photos have been uploaded, delete. And none of that took up your inbox availability space. Now they're like, oh, sorry, we're just kidding. It's way too hard for us to manage all these photos. You're going to have to pay now. Ridiculous.
Like, so Square was a little bit different because you could use that was for more like peer-to-peer transaction. Like if Jeremy was buying a Xbox from me or something or whatever, he could pay me through Square. Yeah. But Square, because it was acting as an intermediary for credit card service, just took a flat fee off of everything.
Yeah.
And then, so I know Karen watched this. I know I've watched this. James suggests Hogan's Hero.
Yes.
That's just an old time you can't go wrong with.
Yeah.
Hogan's Heroes, Mikhails Navy is my other favorite old-time show.
It's just that the lead actor of Hogan's Hero got beaten to death with a tripod.
Yes, because he was a womanizer.
Yep. And he crossed one too many people.
Yep.
Well, there you go.
Could you imagine Chris getting beat to death by a tripod?
I've moved some tripods around. I don't think it'd be that hard to beat someone to death with a tripod.
No, not the
And
K-pod.
they never actually found out who did it.
Nope. Because they charged the tripod.
They charged the tripod with murder.
No.
But they never found out who did it.
Yeah. Because
Brad brought up that it's almost episode 100.
it's coming, Brad. It is coming.
Do you know what number we're on right now?
97,
No, 98.
It's 97.
This is
Did you look at the
97.
title?
maybe.
Yeah.
Kara.
What? I looked at the beginning of the show.
How can you see?
I was on my phone.
Oh.
The episode number's on the hold screen, too.
Got it.
Be more perceptive, Jeremy.
Vikings, The Last Kingdom, and Borderlands.
Vikings, excellent.
Vikings really good. We have to
watch.
finish it.
Yeah.
T spoiled a bunch for me because she just assumed that we had finished it. We recommended someone a show, and they finished it before we finished it. So when you make the recommendation and you're already 3-4 seasons into it, you think the person who recommended, when I'm like, hey, we're on season 4, you should watch this. But then she came back and she's like, oh, can you believe that Ivar did this and then so-and-so did this? So I already know a bunch of stuff that happens. That is a tremendous show, and I've heard The Last Kingdom is really good. Really, really, really.
I've had it suggested to me a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Oh, what was the last one? Vikings, Last
Borderlands.
Isn't that the game?
Kingdom? I played the video game.
I think that there's a show called Borderlands.
Is there? The TV show is really good. The TV show. The video game is really good.
Random tangential association to Vikings. So the Minnesota Vikings used to have a live mascot called Ragnar, and he was actually, I think like 3 or 4 years ago.
He's gone?
Yeah, they didn't.
Jeez.
He was there for like 20 years, but he was named after Ragnar. What's his name?
Ragnar Lothbrok.
Yeah.
God.
Walker, Texas Ranger. That show was amazing when it first came out. It is terrible now.
It does
Wait,
not
it's still
hold up.
going on?
No.
It's not still going on, but it did not
doesn't
stand the
hold
test of time.
up. Yes.
Gotcha. I was like,
That show's more of a meme than anything. That's when the eyes of a ranger are upon you.
How do you know that?
Anything you do, he's gonna see. Theme songs apparently are my thing. You remember soda commercials from 1992?
Yeah, but that's
I
different.
remember theme songs for TV shows.
yes.
Rescue Me with Dennis Lear was amazing.
Haven't seen that.
Plays a firefighter that has like psychological problems. It's fantastic.
You know what's really good? Dexter.
Badlands, not Borderlands. Yeah, Dexter's good, except for the last season.
Yes,
Agreed.
they're coming out with a pickup of that though. They're coming.
I heard about that.
I don't know.
Dexter?
Yeah, and I
Like
think
a
they're
re-
like canonically whacking the last season and starting up from a new spot.
So is his sister going to be alive?
I don't know. You have to watch and see.
Spoilers to people that haven't watched
Okay, Dexter came out forever ago.
Not that long ago.
What? The last season was maybe like 5 or 6 years ago? It was before I met you.
Yeah, it was a while ago. That reminds me. So the 2 shows that my coworkers have recommended to me are Longmire and Yellowstone.
My dad's watched both of them and likes them both.
It's just it's a generational thing. I know for a fact, Chris, because Longmire it's got Katie Sackhoff in it, who played Bo-Katan
Oh, okay.
in Mando. But it's just like it's like a Western detective show, and then Yellowstone's the same thing. It's like it's about murders out at Yellowstone National Park or whatever, and about like all these like drug addicts and stuff that are hidden in the mountains and
You
do
know what
crazy
good
things.
shows are? The Manhunt shows, the one about the Unabomber,
Those
and the
are
one about
really
Eric
good.
Rudolph, and then Mindhunter.
Mindhunter was good. Like it was interesting seeing these people persona like Unabomber or so Manhunt Unabomber. Paul Bettany is the Unabomber.
Good show. Good show. I enjoyed
He
it.
is such a good actor. I love him.
Yeah, he is.
You need to watch WandaVision because I would have talked about WandaVision.
Hold on a second now. I'm trying to think. There's something I was going to say. Trying to track through what this was. Crap, I lost it.
Sorry.
Mike says Alice in Borderlands, if you can get past the different language and the mouth doesn't match up with the English translation.
It's on. I saw that on Netflix. I was looking for shows and I saw Alice in Borderlands. And it's like, it looks weird.
Who says that it's good?
Who says Mike?
Mike.
Fish?
Yep.
Just kidding. Just kidding, Mike.
Damn. Last time he played zombies with you. Damn.
I'm good at zombies, yo.
Not as
Why
good as
can't
the
I
last
think-
match. I had a higher kill count than you.
And that was 1 out of 3 that you got a higher kill count than me.
Okay, I'm nice, and I give you the chopper gunners. I do.
I
give
buy
you,
the chopper gunners, yo.
You can only have one chopper gunner going at a time. So if I bought a chopper gunner and activated mine before you, I would be essentially blocking the chopper gunner for myself. I let you have it because it's more fun.
Just kidding.
Instead, I take the minigun and just like,
Oh, another good show. Schitt's Creek.
Man,
Such a freaking good
if
show.
Schitt's Creek is anything like Psych, I can't do it.
It's not. There's like Schitt's Creek and Psych are two completely
Thank
different shows.
goodness.
It's so good. Have you watched Schitt's Creek?
I don't think that I've ever seen anything that would appeal to me about it.
It's freaking hilarious.
Like,
I
it's got
love it.
parts that are funny, but it's just, I don't want to
haven't
watch the
watched
whole
it.
thing. I've watched the entirety of the last season with you. I did. They are in a hotel, then he used to be something, and then he goes to New York City, and they laugh at his face, and the office lady says, we're doing a startup, and we want to invest in you, and then he goes back, and he's back to his former self with a ton of money. Boom. Season 2. Patrick and whoever buy a house together, a little cottage, and stay there, and then the
So
one
you
girl
watched
wants
the
to.
last episode.
No, I've literally watched the entirety of the last season with you. That all doesn't happen in one episode. They have the store, and they hire the person who's like way better at it than they are.
Rose Apothecary?
Yes.
You need to watch the first season, and the second season, and the third season.
So then you just want me to watch the show.
Yep, pretty much. So good. Sorry.
Well, you guys can have your own.
The
independent
thumbnail
shows.
for this just needs to be the internet holding my eyes open saying, these are the shows you need to
I thought your
watch.
pulse was on the internet, Jared.
Yeah.
Apparently not on sitcoms.
Mike, who says, hey, now I called out Jeremy on the dragon, and this is how you treat me. And then he said Jeremy cheated to get more kills than you.
It's okay. That is true. That is true. He only beat me by 3 kills. And you know what he did? He went to the dragon, and he started the dragon mission by himself.
You guys are so hilarious.
And he went...
I needed more points to upgrade my weapons.
He needed more points to beat me in kills, and he beat me by 3. 3.
You know what's hurting? This
3.
back from carrying you all in
Oh,
zombies.
please. I'm the one carrying you.
I went to level 6 by myself. What's your best solo zombies?
I haven't had time because I have a child that wakes up and cries if I'm playing anything.
You know what? Instead of playing a horrible R-rated video game, you guys should be watching some really just comedy gold episodes of Psych.
We could be.
It's true.
That's why I love Stardew.
I would say we have been playing Stardew, which is a wholesome game.
I love Stardew so much. The game just rocks.
It does. It does.
Man, there was something related to something that we were talking about with TV shows that was like, oh, I need to make sure that I mention whatever, and it's just right there, and I can't think of it.
I hate that.
You had a cameo on a Golden Girls episode.
No, I wish.
No, what were we talking about right before when you mentioned that?
Those are on the Longmire,
Yellowstone
area.
Oh, we were talking about the Unabomber, Paul Bettany.
No, but it was probably about like somebody talked about Badlands and something else. It was probably about Midwestern cop shows or something.
I don't know.
Jared says, Kara, we all carry Jeremy.
You what, mate? You what, mate? Jarrett saying I don't open doors? Saying I don't.
Ooh.
Oh, I know. You carry me? You carry me? I don't think so.
Ooh, Jeremy Salte.
Oh, I'm the best at Outbreak.
James said to look up Barney Miller. I'll love it. I did look it up. So I didn't remember what it was.
Can you stream it on like Netflix or?
I'd imagine, or it might be on one of those like classic TV rerun things.
Oh, like Me TV.
Have you
Watch.
been cruising through Mythbusters, Chris?
Yeah, I'm in season 13.
Dang.
Wow.
It's on Apple TV or Crackle.
Oh,
We have Apple TV.
we do. We do.
So Apple keeps giving, I hope, type out if anybody is paying for Apple TV. Let me know. Because if you are, you're wrong. Because we got Apple TV for free.
With our phones.
With
in
our phones.
2019.
And they just keep saying, oh, here's a year on us. And that got us to 20. And they're like, here's 6 months on us. And then that just ran out. And they're like, you know what? You're good till July. Just keep it for free. I don't understand it. They just keep.
Knock on wood right now.
I don't
What you
need
should
it.
do is call them and be like, hey, I just want to make sure that we're good to cancel at the end of July because I'm not ready to shoulder the burden of paying for the thing. They're like, oh, we'll give you another 3
Yeah,
months.
just keep
Right.
it. Just keep it. Just keep it.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm going crazy trying to think of what the thing
It's
was.
consuming you. You know what will help you is if you go to Star Wars Leaks.
Star Wars leaks,
Oh,
I
wow,
suppose. Oh,
Star
bad.
Wars.
Wow, our connection is so horrible right now.
Are we dropping frames like crazy?
Yeah. Let's close some of these tabs here.
Chris is like 500 tabs, just bogging down the internet.
Chrome has a tendency to just really wreck the internet here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. I remember when I was in college, Firefox was the one to have.
It's still a good browser.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't used Firefox in forever. I use Chrome now.
Okay, we're coming up to Star Wars leaks. Right at the front page of the internet. I believe it.
Does it be anything good? I mean...
Probably not. We'll see.
There's going to be great stuff because now it's actually spread out. We're going to talk about Kanan and Rebels and...
Star Wars Instagram posted the official image of Fennec Shand for the Bad Batch.
Oh, see? Bad Batch May 4th. We've got that to look forward to.
That is coming up real
there
quick.
You go. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but
I can see it. So, Kara, tell me about Bad Batch. Go.
It's the Bad Batch of clones.
Little Caesars has a pretzel crust now.
Is that an add-on? Little Caesars doesn't need the help.
The pretzel crust is okay, honestly. So here's the thing that freaking pretzel crust, Little Caesars. The pretzel crust is fine, but they replaced the pizza sauce with nacho cheese.
The what?
Yeah, pizza sauce gone, nacho cheese added, which is fine if it was just like up by the pretzel-y part. But nacho cheese and then mozzarella cheese and then pepperoni does not go together.
Too much, yeah. No. Keep the red sauce.
Keep the red sauce and give me nacho cheese to dip it in.
And that's the thing, they already have nacho cheese as a side dip sauce anyway, so it would be very simple to do that.
You know what could be good? A stuffed crust pretzel stuffed crust.
They might have that.
Where the nacho cheese is in the crust and then that's
maybe
it.
Maybe not so runny. Maybe do like an American cheese, because you remember when Pizza Hut had the grilled cheese crust or the bacon cheese crust? Remember how the cheese
but the bacon stuffed crust Pizza Hut pizza was a gift. A gift to all mankind that they stopped. The bacon
Pizza Hut's bacon is not good.
No, but in the stuffed crust.
It did something to the cheese. And
it did something to the cheese.
It was
made
like an American
smoky,
cheese on the inside, and
it was
then
like a smoky
with
bacon cheese.
bits throughout it. Oh, it was so freaking good.
So good.
But yeah, if they did like that American cheese, kind of like the American cheese inside instead of like normal stuffed crust cheese.
Mozzarella, yeah.
Yeah, that could actually be really good inside the pretzel crust.
All right, this was supposed to be Star Wars leaks.
No, this is r/Little Caesars complains. Jonas Suotamo confirms his new book, My Life as a Wookiee, that he and Adam Driver filmed a now deleted scene for the Rise of Skywalker where Kylo Ren tortures Chewbacca.
What a punk! So yes, Jonas Suotamo. He's the one who played Chewie.
Suotamo.
He picked up halfway through The Force Awakens because Peter Mayhew was in part of The Force Awakens. And then he finished it off and was in 8 and 9. And will probably be in, I think he did Solo as well. Which I'm positive he did Solo. So he was, my coworker was just talking about how good of a movie Solo actually was. And I was like, when you go back, it is an absolutely fantastic movie.
Yeah, all the people who boycotted it in theaters.
They're just mad about episode 8.
Yeah, they're mad about episode 8. So they boycotted Solo, but they went back and watched it. I've talked to so many people at like my patients, and they're like, I loved it. It was so good. And I'm like, yeah, so you ruined having a Boba Fett movie. You ruined having an Obi-Wan movie.
That came around, though.
We ended up having TV shows. Or we're getting TV shows. Great. But, I mean, it's like, don't do that kind of shiznit. Like, come on.
Yeah. Like, vote with your dollar, but at the appropriate poll.
Right.
Yes.
Soraya Wilson on Twitter says The Last Jedi director Rian Johnson has confirmed that there were no pre-existing plans to have Kylo Ren die in Episode 9. The idea to kill off the character was J.J. Abrams' decision. I don't care.
Don't care.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan Kenobi set to appear in Andor.
I saw Ahsoka and Obi-Wan are set to appear in Andor, I heard.
Yep, yeah, Fulcrum Ahsoka is the very next thing. These are rumors. These are tagged rumor. Game of Thrones and For Life star Indira Varma
Yep,
is going to join a Star Wars spinoff.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So what's really funny about that? That was good Game of Thrones. That was fantastic. So her significant other, Chris, in Game of Thrones was Pedro Pascal.
Yep.
Funny enough. And he fights a mountain He gets his eyeballs crushed in.
He wins, and then he kind of gets a little cocky, and the mountain's like,
Yep. He wins, and he's trying to do that delayed torture thing because this villain killed his sister years ago, so now he's seeking revenge. So he wins, he's got him down, and then like he gets him by the heel, right, or
I
something.
think something like that.
He's walking along. He's clearly won. He could have just ended it and stabbed him with his spear. And
technically
so instead,
the mountain dies then.
no. Well, yes, he does die.
Yeah.
Because Cersei reses him and he becomes Zombie Mountain.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
That's. Don't watch Game of Thrones. It's not worth it.
Watch up until the final season, then
James says Solo was amazing. Seeing the theater with Kara was awesome.
Oh yeah, you guys went because I was gone.
that's right. You did.
I was gone.
And Brad says there are flaws in Solo. You can see how they rewrote it, but it is good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Biggest flaw, explaining how he got his name.
That's my buddy.
Yeah.
My buddy Dave, who absolutely not the friend, but the one that coworker Dave. His biggest flaw is he's like the only thing that doesn't make any sense is just like. But he said in a way it does work because it's like some Imperial who just does not care about his job. Buddy, it's got a last name on the form. I just need to put one in. Solo, sure, like just get through.
He said Han Solo's a cool name.
It is a cool name, yeah.
And it's just
It didn't need explaining.
He could have put Han alone, and he was like, well, no, change it to something cool like Solo at least or something. That would have been better.
Right.
But it's like Han Solo, sure.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
Rogue One's better.
I don't know. They're both good.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
Really?
see?
I like Rogue One.
Rogue One's good, but Solo is
Solo
is a
is
really
good.
good
Rogue
movie.
One, it
really
takes
good.
way too long to get going at the beginning for me.
K2SO pretty much makes it right off the bat. I love that droid.
Well, because it's like young Jyn or so, and then like send up all this stuff, and then she's captured, and then she has to escape, and all. I was like, I don't give a crap about any of that. I just want to see lasers.
Yeah, I know, right?
Whereas like you get like this like street chase thing right off the bat with Solo.
Solo's just a really good all-around movie.
So
The Woody Harrelson, you got Woody Harrelson, you've got Paul Bettany again, you have Emilia Clarke. Young Han, I didn't think they'd be able to pull it off, but I like the character who plays Han Solo.
Alden Ehrenbach or whatever.
I thought he did a tremendous job.
I wonder if he's going to come back for anything in the prequel-ish era. If they do anything else,
Maybe. Who knows?
or maybe they'll just deep fake Harrison Ford now.
Deepfakes have gotten creepy, like what people are doing. The fact that like websites can just make video for you with someone else's face.
That's what we should do. Is if we have a guest on, we'll just deep fake on Jeremy's face.
Yeah, we'll pretend I'm the other person.
Brad says Rogue One is the best. It's my number 2 favorite of all of them.
Wow.
So
And
I
Rogue
like
One's
it.
very
I like
good.
the way that it links up with Episode 4 and everything. But the end of Rogue One is incredible. I think, but
It is.
there's a lot of stuff in there where I'm like, man,
The scene around Scarif with the walkers and the cargo transports and just so
Danny Glover Jr., Donald Glover played Lando.
Yep.
Solo who wrote that.
James wrote Danny Glover Jr.
There's no relation there, right?
No.
Okay, he's the childish Gambino or whatever.
Yeah.
A musician, but
He's in Community. Good
It
show.
is.
in Rogue One, the character Bodhi, the pilot or whatever his name is that his name? Bodhi Rook.
Yeah.
He is just like nothing when he's in jail in Saw Gerrera's whatever, and then when they get out. But the whole scene with him like trying to hook up the cable and like him interacting with like his character is absolutely epic. I love his character in the second half of it. He got absolutely horribly racially profiled on his way to Chicago in 2019 to come to the Star Wars celebration. They wouldn't let him on the plane immediately because he got picked for extra screening because of his skin color.
Of course.
And he missed his flight. He was going to be available for autographs and stuff like that, and they had to cancel all of his autographs. Yeah, because he got held up, so he said, screw it, I'm not going. Rightfully so.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That is
what a world we
ridiculous.
live in.
The guy's a freaking actor in Hollywood, and they're just like, sir, we need to make sure you're not hiding anything.
You say you say he's an actor in Hollywood. There are so many people that are celebrities
Yeah.
that I have no idea who the heck they are or why people should care.
Seriously. And there's like so many influencers who are famous, and it's like.
And then there's us.
Yeah, Jared's
who are
an
neither
influencer,
famous
guys.
nor influential. You're not an influencer.
I influence people.
No, you don't.
I do.
You get influenced.
I do get influenced.
I am the one who not.
You're so funny. All I need to see you doing is solving your Rubik's Cube while you're doing Duolingo, and the circle will be complete. Yeah. I will have got you too. No,
the only reason I'm doing it is I don't want you guys to go to freaking Cuba without me. I know it's Puerto Rico. I'm just making fun.
I never put this connection together. Speaking of Rogue One, somebody was talking about it in like a Star Wars forum. And they said, yeah, and then you had that light side Darth Vader mentioning Saw, because like the whole breath thing. And I was like, I've never made that connection. Like they were going for some sort of like.
Well, here's the thing.
The
rebels didn't even really want to claim Saw because he was too like.
And the
he was too aggressive.
The Empire didn't want to really claim Vader. You saw the whole scene with Grand Moff Tarkin. Your old party tricks are no match for the power of this Death Star. They like held the meeting without him. They didn't want him around.
He's too busy force choking people.
Yeah, right.
Brad, if you're gonna get racially profiled, that's why you show up to the airport 1 to 2 hours early. I connected those two together. He just put that's why you show up early.
Yeah,
but connecting it back so we knew what he was.
Yeah.
Saying with that, I don't want to get in trouble with him for misquoting him again.
Oh, he'll find you.
He'll get you.
He'll get you.
Man, I'm really getting driven crazy by what I cannot remember.
I know, and it's consumed you for the past half hour to 40 minutes.
You're going to get home tonight, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, remember what it was.
You're going to hit pause on this stream until you come up with it. You'll be sitting in the shower, and then you'll just go live. That's what it was! Just so you can tell everybody. And
yeah, there's a lot of good TV out there, but there's a lot of TV they can wait for later, too.
Longmire, Yellowstone, Breaking Bad? Was it like...
No, it wasn't anything to do with Breaking Bad.
Better Call Saul, that's a fantastic show. That was never brought up.
That final season being...
Dexter, surprisingly, had a really strong effect on me. It was very dark, and I could only watch so many episodes without actually saying that's enough for now.
Winston Churchill actually plays one of the villains. So Winston Churchill in The Crown, plays one of the villains in Dexter.
John Lithgow, is that who played in Frasier or Third Rock from the Sun? What was he in?
He was in Third Rock from the Sun.
Third Rock from the Sun. Him as an actor is ruined because of his performance in Dexter.
Really?
It is so evil that I don't know how you can act that and not be evil in real life. Like, he is just evil. He gets in. Have you seen it at all?
Oh, yeah. He was the one that killed Rita.
Yeah, in like slit her femoral arteries in the bathtub.
His little boy is sitting there. Dexter's son is sitting there in the pool of her blood. Not in the tub, but he's sitting
in the pool of his blood. Oh.
He is also in a movie, I believe it's called Ricochet with Wesley Snipes. And he plays a criminal. I might be getting this completely wrong. I'm not going to double check. I'm just going off my memory. So it's I want to say late 80s, early 90s action movie. And so he was the bad guy or whatever. He gets caught, gets put into prison or whatever. And when he gets caught, he gets shot in the leg, right? Like in the knee or something. And he rehabs his knee, like aggressively rehabs it, right? And then to break out of jail, he swaps his dental records with another inmate and then shoots the inmate in the knee, and then burns like that part of the jail down or whatever. So they're convinced when they check his dental records that it's like he is like dead, like whatever, right? And then he goes on like this big murder spree and everything. Oh, BB-8 is tumbled over.
Oh, the table. Jeez, he's drunk.
I was gonna say he had a hard night last night. Hit the oil too hard.
But the character that he plays in that movie is pretty demented.
John Lithgow?
Yeah.
He seems like like perfectly fine when you see him in something happy-go-lucky, and like Third Rock from the Sun is really funny.
Good show.
A really good show, but just his performance in Dexter, it's like I cannot watch him now. Like it's like
his performance of Winston Churchill, like.
That's what made me angry. I'm like, he gets to play Winston Churchill after playing Rita Killer.
Well, Winston, I mean, he has inner demons, And there are times like he actually gets kind of angry in the show and stuff like that. So he's not just like, I'm Winston Churchill. He's like,
yeah, but you know the pressure Winston Churchill was under?
well, this is post World War II.
I would say that as an actor, to be able to play both roles and not get typecast as either a villain or just a dopey whatever thing, like he's probably won in his career because he's able to do both.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. It's unbelievable his performance in Dexter. He's the same thing. He's Dexter. This family guy, he's got a family life, everything is completely normal, and he just gets his rocks off on being a killer.
They're the ones that build the homes for homeless people or whatever.
Yep.
Yes. And he's just a secret murderer. It's just
here's the thing, you never know.
Are you afraid that like you're a secret murderer, Jeremy?
Not me.
I do wonder why he's out late at night.
Yeah.
Jeremy, why are we spending $1,000 a month on duct tape and garbage bags?
Yeah, and plastic and surgical knives.
Where'd that boat come from?
What are you
acid? What are you doing,
We live
Jeremy?
on a lake where you could just as easily drive out.
Okay, so you know what I heard about Lake Superior? I don't know if it's true. Somebody posted on Facebook. Don't know if it's true. But I read that bodies do not float in Lake Superior because it never gets hot enough for the body to begin decomposing.
That sounds legit.
The lake stays cold enough that bodies don't float to the top or so whatever. Somebody said that like 30 years ago, a body washed up on shore, perfectly preserved because of how cold the lake is. And it wasn't from any time current. It was from like 100 years ago based on how they were dressed.
Dang.
Perfectly preserved.
The only thing I don't get there is why didn't it become fish food? You think fish would eat that?
Do any of the fish in Lake Superior really... And the body's not decomposing. Like, it freezes.
Sharks smell blood. Fish know what's food.
I don't know. Because, like, you try to go fishing if you have, like, stagnant meat that's not moving.
Now, like, if it was a body that was embalmed and then fell off of a cargo ship and then sat at the bottom for 100 years, that I would believe.
There is a ship in Lake Superior, too, where there is a body in the ship that's preserved. You can go diving down to it. People have dived down to it, and there's a body floating in there.
No, thanks. I don't have any...
No
one.
Could you imagine being... imagine just having... Kara's a dead body. And we're filming a podcast. We walk into the room. We walk into the room, and there she is, dead. Right.
Yeah.
And you already have the tragedy of death, and like the shocking value and the horror and everything from just being here. Now add being under the water in Lake Superior, in the dark with fish and cold and pressure and everything else, and then seeing a dead body. No way. Absolutely no way. That would be so creepy.
So yeah,
that would terrify me.
You might as well just add. Now you're not on Earth anymore, and now you're just also an astronaut diver, and you're just now imagine how can we make that situation worse? Now you're on another planet diving, and you see a dead body.
You know how messed up that would be if you're exploring like Europa, a planet a moon that nobody has been to before. And you see a human body that's been preserved for like 1,000 years. How messed up would that be?
That's what I'm saying.
Because there's no reason for a body to be there.
I'm trying to make it how can we make this even creepier, And then boom.
No, I think you nailed it.
Yeah, it was like, woo!
Spicy.
Spicy.
Okay, so imagine the afterlife exists, right? Whether or not you believe it or not, let's just say for right now it does. How would you like to be the guy that's stuck in like the captain's wheelhouse of that sunk boat? It's like your body's just stuck down there. People are like, let's go look at this guy. And you're just watching people stare at your corpse. And like, I'm down here. Could you maybe give me a decent burial? Trapped in a freaking boat for all time.
I would move the wheel.
Just to scare people, you sit there the flesh is kind of and all of a sudden it's just like
yep.
I would crap my pants if I saw. That's like the world's perfect jump scare.
Yep.
Mike Fish says, not knowing it was there, I think I'd have a stroke. James is confirming it has to do with the gases in the body. The body that washed ashore was from a missing sailor from a foreign vessel.
Yeah. Boom.
Confirmed.
Not fish food.
No. He's talking about the reason why the bodies don't rise to the surface and then float to shore is because the gas bubbles can't.
Well, no, he was talking about
not everything that falls in the lake will be eaten by something.
Stuff's hungry.
It has this normal predatory side. So, like, it's not. I don't think fish are opportunity feeders like bears. If you just throw a corpse in the woods, a bear will just eat it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or a vulture, or
Vultures don't live around here, but fine.
Crows, ravens,
But,
seagulls.
like,
Seagulls eat everything.
But the body
can
doesn't.
you imagine like 900 seagulls picking off?
They would do it.
But the bodies aren't floating on the surface for a seagull to get to.
Not all fish eat at the surface.
Anyway, but what I'm saying is like, but fish have, like for are predatory, right? They have a predatory pattern they follow. They're not opportunity feeders, and they don't come across just dead stuff and eat it. They have like their program, like this is how I go to get my food, right?
Yeah, they eat smaller
So it's like I feel like the
fish.
opportunity isn't there necessarily.
See, like a bear goes for something smaller and begins to tear apart at it. A fish doesn't go after something bigger and tear apart at it.
Brad says he has plenty of gas bubbles, so it'll work for him. Yeah, goats will eat anything, Ashley says.
pigs will eat
Anyway,
anything.
that's just something I saw. Because of the temperature and everything in the lake, bodies don't float
Yeah.
and decompose.
And James says and shipwrecks last longer because of the and there are a lot of good shipwrecks in good condition.
So, I mean, imagine how many bodies from shipwrecks. I mean, how many shipwrecks are there in Lake Superior? Like
Hundreds.
500 or so?
Yeah. We have a map at our cabin in Michigan, but it's the shipwrecks of Lake Superior. It's the shipwrecks of the Great Lakes, actually.
Yeah.
But it shows like all the, and it's only from like the 1800s to like the mid 1900s, so it doesn't have anything more current than that. But like, I think it's basically everything from like when people were first regularly using the Great Lakes to like the Edmund Fitzgerald, basically.
Dang. But the one from the 70s is confirmed. Like, that is a thing. They said it was from 100 years prior, so it's like mid, like,
Yeah, mid 1800s.
Yeah.
Late 1800s.
yeah.
So Ashley sends a quote. This is from the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Superior had said never gives up her dead.
Woo.
Which is from the song The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald,
Yeah.
which we hear every year when the gales of November come calling.
You know.
What, do they play it on something or what?
On the radio constantly.
Really?
Oh.
And the gales of November come calling.
Superior had said never gives up her dead.
Yep.
Who sings that?
Johnny Cash.
No,
No.
it's,
Eddie Van Halen.
No,
No,
he's got
Mimi-
another song that's really good.
Mimi likes him, I think.
Leo Kottke.
No. Which he's...
Gordon Lightfoot.
Yes, Gordon Lightfoot, thank you. My best friend likes him. Leo Kottke is an extended family member of mine, thank you.
Is that what I'm supposed to know?
He's
He's a really good musician.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I have any genetic relation to anybody of any talent level.
According to 23andMe, like there's a long distance relation to me and Anderson Cooper.
Interesting.
According to 23andMe, I don't have enough DNA to tell me what I am.
That's why a chip is all mine, baby. All your chips belong to me now.
All your base are belong to us.
Oh, we thought of a really funny Halloween costume for Chip. So there's two. One, Jeremy dresses up like a Pringles box, and we dress Chip up like a Pringle.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Or we dress Jeremy up like a block with a chip on it, and then dress up Chip as a chip off the block.
Oh,
I like the Pringles can.
clever.
I think it'd be funny to go to the Halloween as a Pringles can. And Chip can be a chip.
Would I be a potato? Because he came from me?
No, he'd be a chip. You don't have any DNA influence.
Gwen was talking about good costumes for if somebody was pregnant, and she said somebody should, if they're pregnant should dress up like an Enderman holding a block.
So that'd be funny.
Yes. That's awesome. I like that. I like that. Avocado's overdone, I
Yeah.
think. There's not a lot of stuff women can do. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot, but like, I don't know.
There's a lot.
Everything is
Pregnant, sexy nurse.
like, right?
It's probably been done.
Probably.
It's
But
probably
it's
been
just like
done.
everything is overdone. You got to think of something unique, and I like that one. The Enderman with holding a block.
And on that terrible disappointment,
Yeah.
read the last comment and it's time to end.
Mike says dress him up like the old cop show Chips.
Ah, yes.
California Highway Patrol.
Little cop.
Oh,
yeah,
you
yeah.
could be one of the cops, like in the sidecar, and then
Yes.
he's just in the sidecar.
I love that.
That would be
Chips is a
sick.
good show.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
California Highway Patrol, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a cop procedural, like the 80s era.
Okay.
Just Law and Order, but funnier and not as dark.
Not even close to Law and Order at all. That's like closer to like Starsky and Hutch than Law and
Yeah,
Order.
that's true. Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh my goodness. Well, it is about that time, ladies and gentlemen. I just need to find the right dang button. Hopefully this will work. There we go. Well, if you made it this far into the video, congratulations. You've made it to the end of yet another podcast. Thank you so much. Go ahead and give it a like if you want to see more content like this in the future. Comment down below to throw your 2 cents in on anything we've talked about. It was mostly TV, but, you know, that's the way it is. Subscribe if you're not already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time we upload a video or go live. Participate with us live. It's super fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. And, of course,
May the force be with you.